Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald, and
Mary.
we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. And so this morning, Mary has some news and weather. Excuse me, weather and water. And then after, we've got some news. Okay, here we go.
Thank you, Donald. Good morning, everybody. Here in Blairsville this morning, it is 64 degrees with light rain and some thunder. We're looking at a high of 73 today with light rain this morning, scattered thunderstorms this afternoon, and there is an 80% chance of rain. Tonight, we're going to have 59 degrees, cloudy with showers, and a 50% chance of rain. Up on Blood Mountain today, our high is going to be 71 degrees with showers and thunderstorms after 7 a.m. Some storms could produce heavy rain. It's going to be mostly cloudy. Winds will be 5 miles per hour with an 80% chance of rain. Tonight, we're looking at 63 degrees with showers and thunderstorms likely before 11 p.m. and then a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. and then a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Some of the storms could produce heavy rain, and we're looking at a rainfall of 1 to 2 inches possible, 5-mile-per-hour winds, and a 70% chance of rain tonight. Water is good on the trail. Definitely, we've had a lot of rain. So now I'm going to turn it over to Donald, and he's going to talk about some other stuff we have going on out here. There you go.
Sweet, man. Thank you, my friend. Good job. All right, and so this is how we're going to start today, guys. Yesterday, I got a text from a GATC member, and they informed me that Springer Mountain Shelter is closed from June 11th to the 25th, I think, maybe, because it's
It's a 2-week closure.
14 days, and so I guess from what I understand, there was a large group of people up there that left a bunch of garbage, man. There is a mother with her cubs that have been wandering around that area, and we've had reports of it from other hikers, multiple hikers, that's going on down there. And unfortunately, someone left garbage there, and those bears, the mother and the cubs, are rifled through the garbage and now have habituated the area and are going back and poking at tents and pretty much harassing hikers for food, man, and so L&T is so important.
And this
I
is a good example of why L&T is so important.
And yes. So I don't know how many times the people leave garbage, and it may seem like the smallest thing, but a candy wrapper, such as a Snickers bar in a fire pit, or the half-burned mountain house or peak in a fire pit, which no one should be really burning anything in there.
Right.
So it leaves toxins in the fire pit, and people sit around that fire, and there are people that cook in that fire, and so when people burn their peaks and plastic and trash in the fire, you're
Putting toxic fumes into our environment, not only are people cooking over it, it's going into our environment also, and everybody's affected by it.
and it's leaching into the ground. So that being said, guys, the bear are a problem out here. We have to do our best to keep the area clean. Over and over again, I see people posting online, even at Woody Gap, Preacher Rock. That is a hot spot. And there's always garbage left there, from Chick-fil-A bags I've seen with my own eyes, but also online people posting, in the Georgia hiking room with like 500 or 200, 300,000 people. So you're always seeing stuff in there. And, you know, this whole area is a hot spot for tourists. I call it the Central Park of Atlanta. This is where people come to on the weekends or on their days off, but especially the weekends to escape the chaos of the city. They come here to recharge and to shake off some of that chaos, and they bring the chaos with them, and they leave it here. They litter. They don't understand that this is not Central Park. This isn't a park in Atlanta. There's no one that's going to pull up in a truck and clean up right directly after every single day, or there's no maintenance people at these areas that go around and pick the trash up. Amicalola, maybe, but not Springer Mountain, and there, excuse me, there are maintenance people, and they're the Georgia Appalachian Trail Club. But I want to say this, man, they're not out here every day, and they are not here to pick up after other people either, man. And so they're here to make sure that the trail stays safe so others can walk through and experience what each one of us have experienced and love and stay here for. There are so many places in the area that aren't even trail related. They are Appalachian Trail related. They are places like waterfalls and places. There's numerous waterfalls too that you drive up to and park, and they're pretty popular. I mean, people are there. There's garbage cans. There's overflowing garbage cans, which bring the bear in. And these are not far from the Appalachian Trail. They're right there. And a bear covers about 20-mile radius from what I've read. They cover a 20-mile radius in a day. They walk that and cover that area searching for food. And once they find a spot that's a hot spot, they will come back and continue to hit that spot over and over and over again. And that is a dead bear. So once the bear is a bit habituated, they're probably going to euthanize that bear. And I believe that was brought up. I believe that they are thinking about doing that, but that was also brought up in the text with the GATC. They said that they are possibly thinking about euthanizing the bear. They've shut it down for safety reasons, but also hopefully the bear will not go back there anymore. They may have to shut it down for longer. Watauga Lake had this issue years ago. The Watauga Shelter, I think it's called Watauga Lake Shelter, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, and
that
so
was closed down when we walked through there.
yeah, and so there was a bear there, and it would go back and back and back, and so it was literally hustling hikers, man, scaring them, and not. It was aggressive. It was aggressive, and so that shelter was shut down for a long time, and they actually, I believe they took it out.
They did take it down, and I remember when we were walking down into that area, do you remember all the signs that were posted
Yeah.
stating don't camp, don't cook? That area was a hot spot of just pretty much just keep moving until you get yourself out of this area and then do what you need to do.
Yeah, it was bad. And so, there's other places along the trail like that, but Georgia, man, is a super hot spot, not only for tourists and hikers. It's a hot spot for everything, man. This place is always hopping. This is where people come to start their hikes. They want to start here at the beginning. This is the beginning. We're always hopping down here, man. So, whether it's a day hiker, I'm going to categorize a day hiker, section, lasher, or aspiring through. This place is where it all begins. And this is where dreams start for people, man. Everyone starts here. That's why Mary and I chose this place 10 years ago. Is because, or 9 years ago, whatever it is. And so We chose it because one, this is kind of where we ended it, but two, we chose it because there was a need for shuttle services here, and so at that time it was Ron Brown, Sam Duke, Wes Wisson, and a few other people, but they were finishing up. They were really old and moving away, and so it was really Ron, us, and then 2018 Brett came in, and then Jeff was here too. Jeff Moon, he came in 2018, and these guys, we kind of all grew together, and but there was not a lot of people here, but this, in the years that we've been here, we've watched it grow. Everything, the hiker community, the businesses, the towns, and years ago, I said this to Mary years ago. I think in the way back then, I was watching them tar the roads, widen the roads, and they were making easier access into this area, bringing money up here. So they tarred all the roads, and they're still doing it right now. They've actually widened USFS 42 in spots going up to Springer, man, because there's so much traffic out there now, and they want that. I think they'll tar that someday. I really do, man. I think they're going to tar that road, give it time. I think they're going to make some sort of loop. I mean, there's already a loop. You could do 60 to turn a corner, to 129, drive up over, to 180, drive up over 348, to 76 bypass or 75 bypass, then over to 76 or US 76 or Helen, Unicoi Turnpike, take a left on that, and then cruise over to Appalachian Highway 51576, where Dix Creek is, go up there, and then you can come back down, and I believe it's 358, and head back into Helen, literally. You can hit all these gaps, and I'm not sure if that's 358. I think it is, or 356 or something, man. But it's right down there in Helen, and we'll bring you back around. But you will be touching all the gaps. And so they've also not only widened the roads and tarred them, they've also built numerous restaurants to handle the traffic coming up in here. And so in the last 10 years, we've watched this place grow. And as it's grown, we've also watched the bears. They've become more of an issue out here, and it's because there are so many people coming out here and not following LNT and just leaving their garbage out there. And I don't think they realize, man, that how it hurts the entire community as a whole, the communities as a whole. Because if anyone listens to me, they'll know that I see the community as multiple communities built up to make one big community, so we all have to work together to make this trail work. Without one, there's not an other. You know what I mean? And so if people look at it like, the town's one community, and then you have the businesses along the trail that focus directly on the trail and keeping people safe and comfortable, and then you have the animals, and then you have the forest, and then you have the hiker community, and I believe that's 5 right there. If I missed one, I apologize, but all of us have to work together. The businesses need the businesses in the towns, man, to keep our things going, man. We need them, man. And it's kind of like we bring money there. And they give us what we need to continue to make money so we can continue to bring money into the town. That's how I've always thought of it. Always. When I bought these shirts and sweatshirts, I bought it from people in town. I made it a point to bring the money to Blairsville because that's where I'm at. Right. I make it a point to bring people to businesses along the trail that cater to hikers because that's what we do. It's part of the community. I make it a point to pass out numbers when I can't, or Mary can't, or Jordan can't assist a hiker or someone that's in need. we make sure we pass out someone's number because that's what we do. Not only to just help the hiker, but to also keep the business flowing. We're not the type of people that say, oh, we can't get you for 5 hours and then just let them like sit there for a minute and call the other one number they have or something and they don't answer. We don't do that, man. We make sure they have the numbers they need to call people, and if they burn through those numbers, we give them a couple more, man. We have a certain crew that we work with. We don't just work with anyone, but we give out the other numbers just so they can call them. We don't hold back or whatever, man. But we give those numbers so they can call and get out of the woods, man. And also to keep the business flowing and to keep the hikers moving safe and making sure they're safe. And that's our main goal, man, because we're going to get a call anyways, no matter what. I mean, we can just pass the business.
It's about the hikers. It's not about anybody else. It's about what do they need, when they need it, and how can we assist then, like you were saying.
And the hikers keep the businesses going too, and they do their part. And so we have to see I think that the communities need to be seen. The community needs to be seen as communities that make up one big community.
We need to be seen as a whole.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like the liver, the heart, the spleen, man. We need it all, man, to keep things moving, man. You know what I mean? Each one of us have our job to make sure that people, the trail is safe, the animals are safe, the forest is safe, Mother Nature, and the hikers and the businesses. It's so important. And so the bears, unfortunately, when they're fed, they're a dead bear. And I'm hoping that these bears walk away from Springer Mountain. It's a mother and 2 cubs. Mm-hmm. And so...
well, hopefully with the closure, there won't be anybody going there, and then there won't be any trash left, which is unfortunate that it's left in the first place. But maybe the bears will see, okay, there's nothing else. Let's move on and find our own food like they should be doing instead of rooting through people's trash.
Definitely, man. All right. And so that's what we have to say about Springer Mountain Shelter. It is closed for 14 days as of June 11th, which was yesterday. Mm-hmm. All right. And so next in news, we have some news on the dude out in Washington. He has been spotted by some hikers. The murderer is somewhere. Where is it now? I forget the name of the lake.
I don't remember.
It's in Washington State. I can't remember the name of the lake, but they have spotted him and sent in helicopters. He's a pretty scary dude, man.
Hopefully they capture him and there's resolution to this really quick.
Yeah, super scary looking dude though, man. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can pull some stuff up here. All right, and so my computer's giving me problems today, so... All right, and so we're gonna skip that for some reason. It's giving me problems, but they definitely have spotted the dude that murdered the 3 kids, I believe.
3 daughters.
And so they have spotted him up in Washington. They are closing in on him, I believe. So everyone will watch out for that dude if you're out there in Washington. We today have numerous shuttles, BMT shuttles, and Atlanta. We have 2 hikers from Australia coming up, man, that we're picking up actually in about an hour. Mm-hmm. And Jordan will be scooping them and bringing them up to, I believe, Springer? They're going to Amicalola. And so we will pick them up. They're down in an Airbnb. And so we were able to, they have not hiked over here. This is their first time. They needed some extra help, bear canisters, there was numerous stuff.
Canisters, fuel.
Canister, fuel. book,
hang.
the Alda book, some rope to hang their bear canister off the back of their pack. They actually have 2 bear canisters, so I don't blame them right now. We also hooked them up with some bear spray, so we have numerous cans hanging out from people that buy it, and then they just leave it, and so we pass it on to the next person, man. It's funny because Bill up at the Gap, they have like 50 cans up there, man, just sitting around from the totes, man. What are they called? The hiker boxes. And so, yeah, they have tons of them up there. I don't even think they sell it up there anymore. Yeah, they don't sell it up
I've
there.
called there before to buy it for people coming in that needed it, and they don't sell it there.
They've donated cans, but we've never, you can't buy them. You have to go to REI for them. So we grab them for customers when they fly in. That way we don't have to stop at REI. We make sure that we get everything that the hiker needs. Like we ask them multiple questions, man, to make sure that we don't have to do a stop, or if we do have to do a stop, we have it scheduled in, and that way, and we make it clear to the hiker, you know, you have a half hour here, you have 20 minutes here, but we need to stick to that schedule, and we give them a good amount of time because we pretty much know how long it takes, man. So we've had hikers in the past, and this is why we do this. We've had hikers in the past that wanted to do a 5-minute stop, and you know, they get in the store and they start to like literally grocery shop, and it's like, man, no, dude, no. And so you know, I really like to just tell stories so people understand what we actually go through out here, man.
Why we do our business the way we do it, because we have to keep it running in a smooth flowing manner so that everybody can be taken care of.
That's right. And then the next person in line, literally. So I've had people call every single year, and you know, they hear the way that we have our business structured. Like when they call, it's completely professional. I mean, there's definitely talking and trading stories, but we keep the business professional. And so and structured. We have a step-by-step process that we follow, and we make sure that we follow each and every step and do not skip a step. And so when I hear people like kind of copying an attitude or something, or why do I have to pay? It's like, well, you don't need to. I'll give you some numbers of people that probably don't care if they get paid, and would rather complain about the ride, you know, disappearing or something, man.
Or, you know, maybe the ride doesn't show up. The shuttle themselves may not show up. But,
Yeah.
We are going to.
Yeah, but a lot of the times it's so I'll get riders that do that. Like this year I had a chick that called and she wanted to argue with me about and I was like, I don't have time for this. I said, here, you know, go call someone else, man. No big deal. I've got 15,000 people that are going to call me, man, and want our ride and actually feel comfortable with the way that we schedule. And so I would rather have that type of rider than one that doesn't care if they pay, or because those are actually the people that are not going to show up, man. Usually there's a 50-50 chance. It's like, why don't you want to pay up front? Well, because I don't know you. It's like, well, wait a minute. I'm all over the internet, dude. I'm a business. I don't know you, dude. And by the sounds of it, you don't mind paying for airplanes and buses and trains, but for some reason you don't want to pay me. And you know, that makes me feel uncomfortable. So we just don't schedule them.
That's right.
But anyways, enough of the stories, man. We got to get moving. Mary's got to fly, man. So she's got to pick up this morning going to Amicalola, I believe. All right, sweet. All right, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Everybody have a great day.
One love, guys. Thank you so much. Peace.